Ask the question. Or your brother comes from the village or your relation. Children are very impressionable. Their uncle, he will jump and the uncle will carry. Some of them get the virgin by their relations. I taught my daughter, anybody that touches, even in this church, they told me, there's a daughter now. Wow. He say, no, mom, dad say we shouldn't carry you. I say, yes. Don't carry. Don't put them on your laps. Are you ready to hear more? The same thing applies to boys. Boys too can be raped. There's a pastor I know that wrote a book of how he was introduced to sex by their mates. He's a man. So it's not only peculiar to women or girls. You have a home. Money is rolling. No wisdom to run your house. And you here, you're a father. You're thinking with your daughter. God will judge you if you're here. Desist from that nonsense. Am I talking to you? Maximum impact. God has given you that home. I don't know why I'm talking about home. God has given you that home to make maximum impact. God has given you that family. Take control. Take charge. Wisdom is the principal thing. They're giving you home, giving you beautiful children, giving you money. What else is wisdom to raise up children? It's wisdom to live happy. Wisdom to adjust. You cannot go, you are in the university, you met your beautiful woman in the mid-university, all of you are, when we wed, wedding is one day. We wedding and say bye-bye to you. They start the same day. Your real color will start coming out. Do you know that? You were pretending that toothpaste won't problem. You are pretending it. That day, the next day, they start telling you, I like this. You say, I don't like this. Stop controlling me. What do you want to? You be painting pictures of your father and your mother. This guy wants to control me. I don't agree. Nobody wants to control you. The thing is that you've introduced another person that has come to beautify your life. But there must be adjustment, adaptability, adjustment. When my wife enters the room, sometimes I frown, but enters my study, her hand will be moving around. I said, what are you? Please leave me here alone. You touch it. I said, what is it? She must see something to comment. She must see something to touch. I said, no problem. What will I do? Let me go carry wahala. Wisdom. I think some people need to hear this. It's not in my sermon. Should I continue? The most is their life. But they are there to make you better. They are there to help you maximize your life. God looked at Adam and saw that Adam being alone, being in charge of the garden, mentioning names of animals, exhibiting dominance. God says, it's not good. I will bring out something good for him. That's what God said, Abi? And God made him to sleep so that he won't interfere. And God brought out a beautiful, women are the most beautiful creation of man, of the most beautiful creation. Let me tell you, I watch nature. If you look at the animals, the male side of the animals are more good looking than the female. If you look at the tiger has hairs and robust, right? Look at the birds. The birds are the peacocks are the ones that are very colorful. When they want to attract the female, they show off their color. Look at the agama lizard. Agama lizard, the one that is colored red, right? Are the ones they look good animals. But it came to man, he reversed it. Took time to create a woman. Beautiful skin, beautiful leg, beautiful shape, and brought the woman to man. The man was mesmerized. He prophesied immediately. This is the bone of my bone. Prophecy. Yes. That beautiful woman that's coming to your life has come to change you. There must be adjustment. Those of you that play draft, there was adjustment. 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 And vice versa. It's adjusting me. I'm touching this. I'm touching that. They are helping you to maximize your life, your married life. He's not a witch. She's not a witch. She has her own mind. You have your own mind. It's to bring the minds together. I'm talking also for those of us that are married. Wait for this because it will happen. And those of you that, because I've interviewed some men here, some of you are afraid of marriage. Marriage is good. One of my sons, who is in the East, very brilliant, cerebral young man. He has gotten a PhD. He came, we were celebrating it. After that, I said, oh boy, you don't marry. His face fell. I said, with all these PhDs, look at how handsome you are. You never marry. He started theorizing for me. He said, Daddy, these people, it is difficult to know the ones, they like money. You do. I said, look at you. When he finishes, I said, are you afraid? I allowed him for the question to sink inside of him. Are you sorry? Are you afraid? He go dodge it. I said, no, are you afraid? Tell me I'm your father. Tell me. I said, Pastor, yes. I said, that's a problem. I said, that's a problem. Should I continue? I said, that's a problem. You're afraid. You're suspicious of every woman. Maybe because of your background. You're suspicious. No. You have lived. That's what I tell my friend here. You've lived for a long time alone. Your watch stays in a particular place. Your shoes stay in a particular place. Your stockings, which you don't wash, is smelling dirt inside your shoe. Your pants, which you wear 2 times or 3 times, nobody's correcting it, is there. All the rubbish is there. And that person comes, they have to shift. Say shift. But it's to make you maximize your life. You wash your mouth, you don't wash your mouth, it doesn't smell, nobody corrects you. But when she comes, my wife will tell me your mouth is smelling. So I pity those of you who are afraid. Who will tell you your mouth is smelling? And you're not authorized to have girlfriends and kiss girlfriends. You're not authorized. By the Bible, if you do it, that's your business. And vice versa. No, your finger. I will, as old as I am, I'll get to my house. My wife will call me, darling, go and wash your hand. The first thing I look at her like this, I'll calm down. I said, no problem. If she has transferred it to her daughter, Daddy, have you washed your hand? I said, what did I do to these people? That is maximization of your life. To do the best. I don't know what I'm talking about marriage. Wisdom is the principal thing. With all your get wisdom. So I want us, the second half of this year, let's re-engineer. Let's have a second look of what we're doing again. Abi? And begin to do things biblically. Let's look at people around us. If they are not going where we want to go, there are people around here are not going to where you want to go because of sentiments, you're still hanging out with them. Exit that group. Pray in tongues. Say, God help me. Let something happen so that I can live. So that you can get free air to reason, to think through. Breathe. Some of them are vision killers. Because they have failed in that area, you throw your vision out. They'll kill it. And you will take it, and they break your this thing, and you come down, you stay in there, group. My pastor in those days used to call it crabology. You know crab? When you gather a group of crab, put them in a thank you, basin. Leave them. None of them can crawl out. As A wants to crawl out, B will pull it down. As B wants to crawl out, they call it in a term, it says crabology. You know if you are in the midst of crabology. So this second half of the year, you must sit down, take a second look at your associations. Am I talking to you? Please, take a second look. In your place of work, take a second look. You're a child of God, anointed to be a blessing to that organization because God has equipped you. You're hearing this, they're not hearing. Joseph, in the life of Potiphar, didn't do anything. A slave. But they said the house of Potiphar was just blessed because of who? Joseph. Where you're working will be blessed because of you if you know what to do. If you know what to do. Jacob was with his relationship. What's the name of that man? Laban, a shrewd man. You're working with some people, shrewd employers. You're complaining that you have a better wisdom than him. Laban said, I want to marry Rachel. He said, okay, do this. He did it. He turned and gave him the other one. Because of desire, he continued. But he knew that God was blessing him because of Jacob. When he wanted to go, no. But because God was with him and God will be with you, he had a dream. And God will give you a dream in that place. If you come down, he had a dream using animals he was feeding. God told him how to separate the strict ones and the plain ones. And with there, gradually, he started taking away the wealth of who? God will do the same thing for you. And your life will maximize if you know what to do, if you walk in wisdom. So stop complaining where you find yourself now. You don't like it, no problem. You are walking what? Through. Do you what? You're walking through. Walking through. You're walking through. When God asked me to go and teach, I resisted it because the picture of a teacher is a picture of my uncle in the village that is riding bicycle and they're quarreling with the government. When they give them a small notch of money, everybody will know that teachers have been promoted. I was thinking with my little brain that the teaching I think of is the teaching in secondary school or primary school. I didn't know that the motivational teachers, pastors, writers are still teachers. Coaches are still teachers. Because later, when I moved out, I started reading. God told me, I have called you to help people succeed. A flashback, teaching. Teachers are one of the most paid people in the world. They enter your organization, you tell them the problem, they go back and come back and give you a solution. And they will move away with millions without worrying because they have developed these things. And have you noticed even in the village, teachers are the ones that die at a very old age. At least my village. They don't retire. A retired principal is busy till he died. A retired principal in the village is busy. They will be getting him involved in committee. This. He will die. They don't. Even in Yoruba land, everywhere. So, walk. A maximized life is a life that walks in wisdom. And what is the principal thing? My Mudok says the issue is a wisdom problem. I don't want to have other things to preach, but the wisdom problem is the main thing. Wisdom problem. Wisdom problem. You can't have that relationship. Wisdom problem. Ask God, pray for it. Bible says if you ask God, He will give you liberally without finding fault. Ask God. He said, call upon me, I will answer you and do what? Show you great and mighty things that you do not know. Ask, and you shall receive. Ask. Seek and you shall find. Ask. Give it a name. I want the wisdom in this area.